Hello, Fightful Faithful. Welcome to a Tuesday. And on Tuesdays, we have now for 4 years done this.
It's the
Whatever
NXT
this
Sour
might
Grabs
is.
post show for August 26th, where we review a show that doesn't know the difference between a pillowcase and blindfold. So get in your super chats, get in your Humper Chats at humperchats.com. Subscribe at Tough Fightful Select, where we confirmed Body Slam's good news that Orange Cassidy is on his way back today with some more details behind there. So on the AEW side, if you're like, who's going to fill the Will Ospreay and Swerve gap? But bam! Here comes Orange Cassidy. Plenty of other scoops coming out of Forbidden Door as well. And of course, WWE scoops. Of course, Sean's Q&A is back there. Of course, you get select answers every day. Of course, you get me and Alex yapping about wrestling.
And also, Happy Gilmore dose.
And also Happy Gilmore dose. And today I got a message from Sean Rossap that said, I can't believe I'm asking this, but can you take notes on Freddie Got Fingered when you watch it so I can put them on select? This is my job.
Freddie Got Fingered notes are going on
Yeah, like
select.
early notes.
Ah.
So this is where we work.
I mean, we work at a place that also breaks the incredibly hard news, i.e. what we broke last night. But that's for behind the paywall.
That's for
only.
behind the paywall. Extremely accurate and real.
Aggregators getting in there. You gotta fork over your $5.99 aggregators to get the big scoops.
It's true. Okay? It's true. Extremely real and accurate. As everything you and I do specifically is, we take it very seriously. Yeah. FightfulSelect.com, best $5.99 in the biz. Sure, you can get wrestling scoops, but don't you want the early notes on Freddie Got Fingered, a movie that's like 20 years old?
25, but yes, absolutely.
Oh boy. Well, I can only assume by the end of this show, Alex, that we're going to be in some sort of tag match with cooperative champion and his opponent to face Dark State. I can only assume that's the case.
Yeah, no, that's the only way it can work.
I also can only assume that one of us is going to shout out MJF's catchphrase in the middle of a blindfold match that's actually wrestled with pillowcases on her head. And also, NXT was absorbing the speed title picture. They got rid of the Heritage Cup to make room for the speed titles.
I mean, the speed title can be contested in 3 minutes, which means it would be shorter by only 1/2 of a minute than 2 of the matches on the show tonight. One round of the Heritage Cup lasts 2 minutes, and there are several of those in the match. So, like, they can't fit a Heritage Cup match into 3 minutes, Kate. So they had to get rid of it by throwing it off a bridge by a guy who may or may not be dead now, because they won't tell us whether or not he is dead.
I don't want to play an ad 3 minutes into the show, but if you're gonna last longer than 2 minutes...
You dealing with a nosy mailman all up in your business about what you're ordering, what you're getting? Well, don't worry about it with BlueChew.com and the code FIGHTFUL. It ships discreetly. Discreetly. Fortunately for you, because the mailman's going to want to know what's going on. He's going to be delivering that mail to your house. He's going to hear all these sounds. He's going to be like, what's going on there? Well, I don't know, because this package doesn't say anything, but I have a feeling the package in there is saying something, and it will be, because of BlueChew.com and the code FIGHTFUL. Same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Helps get you that main event performance and confidence. And you get your first shipment free when you go to BlueChew.com and use the code FIGHTFUL. Like I said, same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but much more affordable and in a chewable. Take their online quiz, and then when approved, it ships straight to your door. My gosh. BlueChew.com and the code FIGHTFUL. Mind your own business, mailman.
Yeah, mailman. I'm sorry, the segue was right there. I don't normally
we had to do
hit you right in the beginning.
We had to do it.
Allie says
what?
puppets where? They're being made in Bulgaria and they're being
Yeah.
shipped to us. So
I mean, we can only hope they're being shipped to us.
they'll be attempted to be shipped to us.
They will be attempted to be shipped to us. We might get them for our 5th anniversary next August.
Alex, there was a wave of heat this weekend before we dive into things today.
Yeah, it's actually been very temperate near me.
It's like 83 degrees with a cool breeze today.
It's like 72.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's the perfect weather for like a nice walk. It was beautiful. What a wonderful day it was. Same weather tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, all going to be the same weather. Beautiful.
It's supposed to be about that here too, and I'm closer to Philly than you. I'm like an hour outside of Philly.
Yeah.
So I maybe it was a little warmer here because we caught the wave of heat that was happening in Philadelphia.
You caught the wave of the heat. That was.
I did.
No, it was happening in Lowell, Massachusetts, actually.
Oh, that's right. What am I saying? The
wave of heat.
Yeah, the wave of heat. So it wafted this way, I guess.
Right.
I did not watch it because I chose to not watch an entire day of wrestling and had another thing to do. Yeah. But I did end up watching it back, and Javon and Oba was great. Mm-hmm. Most of Mariah May and Jordan Grace was quite good. Mm-hmm. I just feel like, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse because that's disgusting, and I'm vegan. I don't believe in animal cruelty at all. This running stuff up against AEW pay-per-views is just silly. Like I cannot have Nigel McGuinness and Zack Sabre Jr. on one screen and then hours later this. Like it's just it's too much wrestling. B, you're punishing your own fans. C, you're punishing your own roster at this point because no offense to NXT, but like AEW's bread and butter are these pay-per-views. And I feel like if you're running up against, I would say 70% of them, there's some AEW pay-per-views that go, they don't go so hard. But they still are mostly going to kick the butts of things like this just because these are 5-match cards that don't really feel like anything mega major is like I did not think Oba Femi was losing his title. You know what I mean? Like there weren't things of consequence despite some good wrestling matches on it. So I just feel like it's a really bad idea to keep doing this.
Listen, there was something of consequence. I don't mean to like call you out, Kate, but this is the very first time. This is the very first time that the TNA Knockouts title has ever been held by a fragrance. There's a first for everything, Kate, and there was a first for that.
I forgot about Dana Fragrance. Ash by Fragrance. Mm-hmm. The Elegance brand reclaiming TNA gold. And Hank and Tank did lose. So you know what? I take that back. Things of consequence happened.
Yeah.
They just don't feel as important because the programs weren't really built around them. And I feel like much of the TNA crossover has not been the best. Yeah. But yeah. Ellie said, buy a fragrance.
Yes, buy a fragrance. Ash by Elegance is, if nothing else, that is what a perfume is.
Yes, it sounds it.
Yeah. Elegance is the brand that makes the fragrance, and Ash is the name of it. Ash by Elegance.
By Elegance.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
what are our puns today, Alex?
Well, listen, Kate. I don't think you can do blindfold puns, but I don't feel like that's something we could do.
No.
I don't feel like
get weird.
Do that. Listen, it's only for Allie. Okay. Wedding puns, just for Allie. I think we might do wedding puns.
Tay-Trav wedding puns? Engagement puns?
Wedding puns for Allie. So there we go. Just do it. We'll do it. Okay.
Here it is. Declared.
All right. Wedding puns for Allie because will make Allie happy. No, Bunk Funk. No, that is behind the paywall
Not breaking
only.
the paywall.
Stop breaking the paywall, Bunk Funk. I love this. Cyclo. No, Allie's not getting married.
No, it's better.
But in Allie's
Allie would
mind,
be like,
it
it's
probably
so much
is
better than me getting married.
Wedding puns for Allie, and then a lot of other consonants. Okay. Ricky Saints comes out to basically say the thing that we do that he already was thinking, which was that he's coming for. You can't do a stare down like after the PLE. We're like, I'm coming for that title. And Oba says, yes, I know you are coming for my title. And then start the next regular show with, hey, everybody, I got some big news. I'm coming after the title. Like, we know. We get it. It's a thing. It's fine.
I was very excited to hear we're getting a top men's program with two top men's wrestlers.
Top men's program for sure.
Not thrilled about the way that it got set up today.
No.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. I am calling my shot. Obafemi, why don't you come out here? And if you thought Obafemi was coming out here, you haven't watched NXT.
No, I really thought he was. I thought it was going to be him.
It's Josh Briggs, who already last week stared down Ricky Starks in really weird. Ricky Saint Starks in a very odd way, and then also told Obafemi at the PLE, "I'm coming for that title." So obviously, both of them can't come for the title at the same time. Oh wait, no, they can. Most of his defenses are triple threats. So it's very honestly, it goes against type for Ava to not be like, you know what? Why don't the both of you have a title shot at the same time? I mean, we've never done that before. Oh wait, yes, we have.
I don't care. Sure. You know what? All three of you fight. Ava's like the I became important at work and it's ruining my life meme.
Yeah, Briggs is like, what have you been here for 6 months? And I wanted him to then say, I've been here for 5 years. And then Ricky be like, that's not a good thing, my dude. Like I wanted that moment. But he just said you've been here for what, 6 months, and then left it at that. I'm like, so you're drawing a contrast between yourself and him. That's whatever. Anyway,
the newcomer thing doesn't work as well when it's a developmental show, and B, Ricky Saints is probably still going to beat him to the main roster. Like that doesn't, not the direction I would have gone per se.
Yeah. I'm not going to the back of the line. He says you walked out here looking like Sid from Toy Story, and I'm like, is that a reference to the skull on his shoulder pad? Because Sid from Toy Story had like a skull on his t-shirt. That's not a Ricky Saints line. Ricky Saints didn't script that because that is.
He doesn't look like Sid from Toy Story. Sid had a buzz cut.
A, not accurate, and B, lame. You know what I mean? So I don't think he would say it.
Well, Sid from Toy Story is one of the most despicable things you can be. So I'm not mad about that.
For sure. But
that's what people said about
out
Kyle
here
Fletcher.
Looking like he's not walking out here looking like Sid from Toy Story. That's
my problem.
That's not true. So, yeah, let's fight. And then Ava says, no, wait, you're not allowed to fight. Also, you're not allowed to both be the challenger for Obafemi. You'll fight later in an actual match, and the winner of that will fight Oba at No Mercy. He says, no one has heard from Javon since Heatwave. It was 2 days ago. Like, I'm pretty sure,
like you should be calling for a wellness check.
As an adult, he has to be missing for 72 hours before you can even file a police report. Like I don't. No one has heard from him. Does he not live in Orlando? Do a wellness check. I don't know. Like the fact that you're doing like no one's heard from him. What? But she says no one has heard from him, and so I have no choice but to find a new number one contender. Wait. When Javon Evans beat Trick Williams, was that good for 2 title matches? Because he already got the title match that he won by becoming number one contender. The implication of what you are saying, Ava, is that if we knew the whereabouts of Javon Evans, he would still be the number one contender despite having lost to the champion. That doesn't make any sense.
That was weird to me too, because it's not like the title switched hands. It's
Also,
not like you would assume a return
in like
shot.
3 weeks. No one's heard from Tony D'Angelo in 3 weeks. If you're sending out wellness checks, if you're calling people going, where are you? I need to know where you are. Then you should probably do that with Tony D'Angelo.
I mean, he's in the mob though, so that does feel like a different situation.
Yeah. So I guess after Heatwave, Kelani says to Blake, you can't get a title shot. I should get a title shot. I know I didn't win this triple threat for a title shot, but I also wasn't pinned in it. So I should get the title shot. You got to go to the back of the line. And Blake's like, that's very rude. And Ava says, hey, why don't you guys finish what you started a few weeks ago and have a match tonight? And yeah, I don't get it. I don't get doing this again. Like, so what you're saying is that Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe have to have between 3 and 5 matches before either of them get to be the NXT Women's Champion. And I feel like obviously Jordynne probably doesn't like Blake any more than she did before, but I mean, you got your head rammed into a turnbuckle. That happens in matches, and it's not illegal. So you lost. Like, she worked your shoulder to the point where you couldn't support yourself on the ropes near the bottom turnbuckle, and then she stomped your head into the turnbuckle with a DDT, and you lost. So you're a sore loser. And I get why you don't like her, but her coming out to, like, make Blake run away again during this match with Kelani, and then she doesn't run away. She lightly jogs away so that Jordynne Grace is running after her and then has to stop herself and wait for Blake to get 5 paces in front of her before then she can start lightly jogging after her. And then they get to the back door, which is now chained shut, which is a fire code violation. That is an emergency exit, people. We cannot have that. That's not good. This is a tinderbox waiting to go up. We can't do that. So anyway, Jordynne's like, I'm not going to attack you. Get back in the ring and finish your match. And when she does, Kelani Jordynne hits 2 moves to her and wins. And the match lasts 4 minutes.
And it's a replay of something we saw 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
I think what frustrates me is the reliance on this program is that we just understand that Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe are 2 of the best women in the world, because that has not been the case at all on the show. Yeah. And so to suddenly decide that this is for contendership is weird. Yes. Like, Blake Monroe, I think, has 1 win, 2 wins, maybe. Mm-hmm. Jordynne Grace, but like they're expecting you to be like, but look how good they are. You know what I mean? Look how important we've told you they are because you're on screen this much.
Yeah.
I also, this is the second time in a row where I think it's made Kelani look worse because her wins are not about her winning at all. No. So I don't like that they did that twice. And I feel like Kalani's in a weird gray area right now that I don't love. And I want her to feel important on the show.
She looked good in the 4 minutes.
Looks great.
She looked good in the 3 minutes she was wrestling. And then a minute of the match was the bullshit at the end.
Correct.
And so she looked really good. She looked really good in the match at No Mercy. Not No Mercy, Heat Wave. She looked really good in the Wave of Heat. She looked really good in that match too. Like, she's obviously gotten way. She looks very good in that match.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we're doing this.
It's weird to switch from this is hella personal to this now has stakes in it in the flip of a switch. Since March 9th, Blake / Mariah has wrestled a grand total of 6 matches. That's not enough since March 9th. That's disappointing.
Wait. March 9th?
That's what RM says.
She debuted in March?
That can't be right. Maybe that's what the Mariah part is?
Is that? Yeah, no, so okay, I get it. Since AEW Revolution. Since her last match in AEW.
That part's not on WWE.
Now I get it.
Let's see what
that's
Blake
not that's not up to
done.
them. That's not up to them. But she has only wrestled that many matches in that a long of time. We haven't seen her wrestle a lot, but she did not debut in March. She debuted
at the end of June.
That's what I thought. Yeah. But that's also not a lot. That's not enough matches in that time period either.
Not at all. She defeated Lainey Reed. She had the tag match win with Jordan against Fatal Influence. She beat Wren Sinclair. And then she lost to Kelani in May.
Was the Lainey Reed match
on the 5th?
Lainey Reed match was on a
house show. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like televised matches is less.
Even less. Yeah, and also, I mean, you want to talk about televised. She had the Great American Bash was her first like TV match.
Yeah.
So she's worked 2 premium live events two premium live events and 2 TVs before tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes, man. That's not enough for one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. That's not enough to be like they're headed to the title picture. Like that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough. They got to get her in the ring more. You can't like constantly be like, we had the best women's division in the world and then do 3-minute matches so that 2 of them can play duck duck goose with each other. Like that doesn't line up.
No. And also like Kelani doesn't need a victory here because she's not facing Jacy anytime soon because Lola has the match at the end of September, like a month from now.
Yeah.
And so she's not a number 1 contenders match. It's not even like who gets to be next up. Like she doesn't need the victory. And Blake, you make her look like a coward, then you make her look stupid. And like, it's a very odd thing. Like, I fully expect her to win the title in a triple threat match between her and Jordynne Grace and Jacy Jayne at Halloween Havoc. Like, by pinning Jordynne Grace. Like that's the kind of thing that I feel like we're getting to. So Kelani doesn't fit in any of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's not, it's weird. It's just a thing to, like, I like Kelani Jordan, but this isn't, there's not something isn't elevate. She doesn't gain anything by pinning Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe looks cowardly and stupid with the way you booked her in this match.
Correct. Yeah, and I just feel like this is what you're doing with Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe feels weird. Mm-hmm. Like, match was really, really good at the Wave of Heat, though. Like, it was fun to watch once it got going.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Kate.
Alex.
They showed a video recap of the Feud feud between Lexis King and Myles Borne, and then they showed highlights of previous blindfold matches. And then Myles Borne came out, and I was like, I was told he was blind. I guess his vision greatly improved since Sunday, but
Evidently.
it's still pretty blurry, he says. So, hey, what if the crowd makes a lot of noise whenever I get near him? That'll help me. Or it would if I wasn't mostly deaf.
No, I actually kind of liked this because he was like, I can still feel that. I like the idea of you can take 2 senses away from me and I can still feel the crowd is like the babyface fire up of that, which I like.
You can take 2 senses away from me and I can still feel the crowd and I can still get pinned by cheating ass Lexis King in the dumbest pop. This was so awful.
This is my blindfold.
Kate has a blindfold. Wait, do I have a blindfold?
I don't know, do you? I look like I just got out of the shower.
Now we're having a blindfold podcast.
This is a blindfold podcast.
It's a blindfold podcast now. I can't see anything.
I also can't smell anything. The blindfold goes over my face.
This is basically the match.
Pretty much.
It's just Lexis King and Myles Borne feeling for somebody who might be there and then punching at nothing.
I'm doing Fosse hands.
Are you entertained?
Are you not entertained? It's like when I get an important call in the shower. Oh, no.
You'll have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel.
They were not blindfolds, Alex. They were pillowcases. And when the whole idea is that I'm taking away 2 senses of yours, meaning you already are unable to hear. I'm taking away your sight. You're now also taking away your nose is covered.
Yeah.
This was so stupid. Why did they just wear blindfolds?
Yeah.
Hasn't anybody seen the end of Dodgeball that was not a parody on anything else at all?
Mm-hmm.
When he has the blindfold on and he has to reach for the... Why wasn't it a blindfold? Why did they not Cobra Kai it? I'm very confused.
The match ends. Blissfully, the match ends. It was almost 5 minutes, which was far too long. Lexis King is feeling around and feels the face of the referee, and somehow he knows that's the referee and not Myles Borne. It would be like, well, Myles Borne is clean shaven. No, he's not. He's growing a beard out. So he has the same length of stubble on his face that the referee Adrian Butler does, whatever. So he's like, oh, no, you're the referee. And then he just smacks him in the face and I guess pokes his eye. And now that he realizes that he has poked the referee in the eye, he takes off his blindfold and kicks Myles Borne in the nuts. And then puts the blindfold back on, hits the whatever the hell that thing is. And his little twisting neck breaker thingy and pins him. So Myles Borne lost the blindfold match that he asked for because the cheating ass heel cheated.
In my head, I was like, how did he know? He's like, oh, I've felt this face before. This is the referee's face. I go around feeling everybody's faces.
Yeah.
It was just like a weird.
Honestly, Lexis King does feel like the kind of guy who might be just like to everybody.
I know this face.
Yeah.
Yep. I got it. So that was very weird. And also, I'm sure this was an accident. But at one point,
true.
Lexis.
Yeah, Myles was wearing the pillowcase and the ref wasn't. So that would change.
Oh, touche. I'm dumb.
So
that makes sense.
If he felt Myles,
there would have been cloth on his head.
Feeling the pillowcase.
Touche. Yeah. No, that was my bad. makes sense.
Well done. Well done. I did not put 2 and 2 together there. Yeah. I'm almost as stupid as this match was.
Why did Lexis King yell MJF's catchphrase in the corner with the pillowcase on his head? He at one point yells, "I'm better than you and you know it." He just yells it.
Really? I missed that.
I laughed out loud because I don't think it was intentional. I think it was one of those like, "I'm better than you, you know it." Like, I think it was like, everybody knows it, but he just said MJF's catchphrase in the corner.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, is there some Brian Pillman Jr. MJF blindfold match that I'm unaware of on the indies from like 6 years ago?
Yeah.
This all was extremely weird. From the beginning of them not knowing what a blindfold is to him yelling MJF's catchphrase from 3 years ago in the corner.
The ref was also wearing a shirt, which Lexis King did feel the shirt as well. So and Myles was not wearing a shirt. So,
all right, so cloth.
I guess it would be very easy for him to realize who it was. Although it was that time where he backed into the ring post while he was on the outside and then chopped the ring post because he thought the ring post was Myles.
Was a person.
Borne.
Happens. I didn't know he like touched his body. I only saw him touch his face. But if it's skin and not a pillowcase, that makes sense.
This was irreparably dumb.
I can't stress enough that they got rid of the Heritage Cup. And they're like, you know what? I've got a better specialty match for you.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Made me, the only thing that I liked about this was I was like, Jeremy Lambert's going to have a field day watching this.
Jambeard says this was a bag fold match, and it was terrible.
Yeah, it was really bad. Imagine if Lexis King had felt the referee's face and had to actually feel his eyes to see if he had a blindfold on. That would have made more sense.
Tom LaValle says blindfolded ref match was better.
Well, that was Forbidden Door. There were a lot of dumb referees on Forbidden Door.
Let's see here. I knew we had there we go from JW Pringle. Amazing Alex, Killer Kate, powerful, proud Papa, Paul Elizabeth, and all the SGS. Man, I didn't even watch and I'm disappointed. Much love, y'all.
To which my dad says, greetings from the Elizabeth Pringle household. The SGS and Team Kalex don't suck, so maybe the new mantra should be most everything sucks. Shout out to my dad, who's had a very long 48 hours. We did say like everything sucks except for all of us, right? That was, I think, where we kind of settled on the everything suckingness. I'm kind of, can I be straight up? I'm a little disappointed your dumpster fire is not on screen right now after this match.
Well, I mean, okay. I don't want to like wear it out, you know?
Alex, this was a blindfold match with Lexis King and Myles Borne where Lexis King yelled MJF's catchphrase in the corner with a pillowcase on his head. Nothing has been more dumpstery or fiery.
I'm just saying, like, you know, like there's a law of diminishing returns.
I understand.
If we like maybe this one obviously deserves it, but we can't use it for every match, even though every match probably deserves this.
It's up to wrestling to supersede the dumpster fire standard, not
it's
us.
very possible, yeah.
To dilute it.
Yeah.
Or pull back on it in any way.
Yeah.
That was dumb. So, you know what, though? Yeah. I will say this. I appreciate when wrestling programs do something different. So that even when it crashes and burns, I'm like, at least you did something. But this was not the thing to do.
Yeah. Charlie Dempsey walks up to Wren, who's like, I can't find a partner for this match.
I just had an idea. What if the blindfold match is Lexis King's like signature match?
I don't feel like that guy should have a signature match, but
I think it should be a blindfold match. This one made sense for the story because of what they did, but if he was like me and you, Ethan Page, blindfold match.
Mm-hmm. Like Darby Allin has a coffin match.
Right. Like Eddie Thorpe had his strap match was like his thing.
Right. Yeah.
Pillowcase over the head match.
They did say, I wish I had Luis. Somebody in the chat will do this for me. Will do my job for me.
I miss Luis.
This is the first.
Track of things.
This is the first blindfold match in NXT since 2020. And I don't remember what I was covering NXT throughout the entirety of 2020.
What blindfold match was in 2020?
I do not remember a blindfold match, but I just need to know who it was.
What?
They
NXT
didn't mention who it was between, which makes me think that one or both of them are no longer with the company.
Yeah, one's definitely an AEW. So it was probably like Adam Cole and someone. No, Dexter Lumis and
Dexter Lumis.
Dexter Lumis and who? Did I read that right?
Dexter Lumis had a blindfold match. Oh God.
Dexter Lumis and Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes.
November of 2020. It ended in a draw.
Oh my God.
Before that, the last one was between Santino Marella and Drew McIntyre. I'm assuming that means the first time around. Wow.
No. The first time was Jake the Snake Roberts and Ricky the Model Martel. That's the first one.
Right. But I mean Drew McIntyre's first stint in WWE.
Yes. Oh, first stint in WWE. Yes, of course. Yeah.
If it was against Santino Marella. Cameron Grimes and Dexter Lumis had a blindfold match. Mm-hmm. We're going to review that on Select.
Champion says, better idea. Can we be blindfolded for Lexis King's matches? As his Segunar match?
Man.
So, Wren's like, I don't have a partner for this tag match. What am I going to do? No one will be a tag partner with me. And Charlie Dempsey's like, well, I found you one. It's Kendall Gray. And I was like, Wren didn't ask Kendall Gray herself, who was literally standing next to her when the match was challenged to her. Like,
use your words, Wren.
I mean, okay. But like Charlie says some, rude stuff, some backhanded compliments, and also like soft digs at Kendall Gray, and she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, cool. I can't wait to see Kendall Gray suplex all these women around for 8 minutes. Oh, wait, less than half of that. And also they lost. And also it made Kendall Gray look like a complete moron. Kendall Gray, at the end of this match, which lasted 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes. So at the end of this match, Kendall Gray puts Tatum Paxley in an arm bar, some kind of submission. Neither Kendall Gray nor Tatum Paxley are legal. She keeps Tatum Paxley in the hold while Izzi Dame hits her powerbomb on Wren Sinclair, and then does not break the hold to try and go over and stop Izzi Dame from pinning Wren. All 4 women were in the middle of the ring. Kendall Gray's like, after the pinfall, she's like, oh no. Like, this is why would anybody book that as the finish of a match?
Why would anybody take any of the women in this match seriously after this? Like, even the first 20 seconds, minute, Izzi Dame looked like a lost little puppy in there. And it's Izzi Dame.
Yeah.
Izzi Dame, who's like awesome, big boot, intimidating, whatever. She's like, I don't know. This is so weird. Like, especially like the wrestlers that if you're gonna run an angle like this, I hate this. Right. But Kendall Gray ain't the one to do that with. This is like legit shooter Kendall Gray, someone that we were all like, look at her suplexes. She's really amazing. She's really good. They make her look like the dumbest golden retriever with the way that they book this 3-minute match.
Yeah.
Like, what are they allergic to with the actual wrestling part that they had to have a 4-minute and a 3-minute match? That's so lame, man.
Yeah. Ryan Ben says the blindfold match was longer than Culling versus Wren and Kendall. This is a war crime because the 4 gals were cooking. I mean, I don't know. They were microwaving. Like,
I
you
was
can't
gonna
really
say,
cook
like,
in 3.5 minutes. You
like Cheesy
they were
Mac, like the Insta stuff.
They were making Easy Mac. Like, that's I don't know that how that I don't think that'll work out too well. Like, I think that Wren and Kendall should stick together, and I think their tag team name should be Rendell. And I think they should win the NXT tag team titles. Yes, I know what I said.
Okay. I'm in. I am glad that Wren Sinclair has something of her own. I'm glad that tonight wasn't
kind of. She got pinned by Izzi Dame while her tag team partner was too busy doing an armbar to somebody in 3.5 minutes.
But it felt like the setup for this felt like Kendall clearly was like, I'm here to help Wren, not you, Charlie Dempsey.
Yeah.
So like continuing things in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But this, I don't know. It was a 3-minute match with a dumb ending. Like, there's only so much I can say about it. Like, I think everyone involved is great. Tater's one of my favorites. I love a good armbar. I'm a ZSJ sicko. But they made everybody look dumb with this.
Right.
And it was very short.
It was too short.
It was too short.
It was too short. And unfortunately, we've already
could not ride the roller coaster.
We've already played that ad. So, Trick Williams talks about the big schedule coming up in September and October, and says he'll be headlining all 3 shows. Will he? Because he's the TNA champion, and also Femi's already facing somebody who's not Trick Williams for the title and No Mercy. So I feel like Trick Williams is not headlining that show.
Yeah, but he's Trick Williams. Like, I think that's his character should say that.
I understand. Well, listen, it's just so dumb for me to hey, the only thing they got for me to do this week is to tell you these shows that'll be coming up.
Yes, I agree.
But I also Nick Joseph can do that.
He also might be on TNA this week or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if they're making an honest effort with crossover stuff, God bless him, because that never seems to happen.
No, it doesn't ever seem to happen. We actually got a match. Hold on, over 12 minutes.
Dun dun dun.
That was good.
It was very good. It was very, very good. I really liked this.
Josh Briggs's best singles match of his career. Ricky Saints is a very, very, very good wrestler and brought out the best in Josh Briggs. There were some really great sequences, some really good kickouts.
Some good 299ers, like some good late kicks.
This is one of those things that I was very pleased that it got the time that it got, because it really helped to tell the full story of it. Ricky Saints is just tremendous, and he wins with a little tornado DDT, helped by pushing off the top rope, which is how he beat Jasper Troy, and then he beat Briggs with it. So that is going to be like, hey,
You're beat too big for me to roam, Shambo.
But also I beat 2 big guys with that move.
Femi.
Oba. If I hit that on you, I've already proven I can knock out 2 dudes who are just as big as you. Like, I honestly like that they've given him something, and they've shown that big guys can be vulnerable to that maneuver when done by Ricky Saint Starks. So I think that I'm happy that we're going to get a program that is going to allow for some honest to God mic work from
Yeah.
Obafemi because Ricky is going to want to go toe to toe on the mic with this guy, and Oba's a tremendous character on the mic. Like some of the stuff that he says, like it feels like he's got his own vocabulary. Like the character is written in a specific way. Like this is how this guy talks. Nobody else talks like that.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very anxious to see what he does when he's playing the dozens with old Ricky St. Starks.
Here's the good of it. This feels like a top of the card program with two of the very best in NXT.
Yep.
Where there's actually, for the first time, a seed of doubt. I just want a seed that I can water and grow into doubt.
A seed?
Just
a doubt seed?
a little doubt seed.
A little doubt seed? You know what you got to do? You got to take the doubt seed. What you got to do is the key is to fold it in a paper towel and keep it really nice and wet, and then you put that in some tin foil. Throw it in the fridge for about a week. Open it up, and little sprouts of doubt will be coming out of the seed. Then you plant it. Then the root system can take note. I learned that on TikTok.
I didn't know. I should look up more doubt plant.
Yeah.
Content
You don't want to
TikTok.
you just want to put a seed of doubt into some water and feel like it's gonna grow.
Just hope it takes.
Because it won't. You gotta make sure you do the work beforehand.
Put it in the fridge, moist paper towel, tin foil. I got it. Well, seems like NXT knew that. Because it's like I can actually maybe see Ricky Saints beating Obafemi. This match was very, very good. This is the best Briggs singles performance that we've seen in NXT. They just had really good chemistry. Like both of them knew how to operate in each other's worlds really well. I said the other day, like maybe last week, that I feel like Ricky Saints is an unbelievable, like he's a really, really good underdog babyface. And that's not even like a top 5, top 10 use that I would put him in, but he's really good at it. Like we saw it again tonight. That's the role he's going to be playing against Obafemi anyway. So if that's what you're setting up, like I'm not going to argue with that. But to me, that just speaks to the versatility of Ricky as a performer. Like he's my favorite Ricky is cocky heel Ricky. That'll always be my favorite. And even his promo today, I was like, I would just simply put this guy on the mic every week. I would just do that. Like
why wouldn't you?
So good. He's so good. And even like today, the crowd, I don't know what the hell they were saying, but they were overpowering Briggs, and Briggs wasn't thrown off. Like, I don't know what to say, but he was just like, he couldn't be heard over the crowd. And then Ricky kind of was like, I got you, and chimed in. And then the crowd, he took control of it a little bit. Like it's, he's really, really great at every aspect of pro wrestling. So I'm all in on this. It's the type of feud that I've wanted for Obafemi for a long time, where I feel like maybe somebody feels like they have a shot in hell of beating him. And in ring wise, I think it's going to be phenomenal because of what these two can do. And I really liked what we got with Ricky and Briggs tonight. I felt like it went a long way in making Ricky feel like he climbed a mountain 2 weeks in a row, and Briggs just giving him an outstanding performance. Like I'm all for productive losses, all for it. And this was one. So good stuff. This was the best thing on the show by like 95 miles.
Ricky's standing there and his music's playing, so they cut backstage while he's standing there, his music's playing. This is one of the oddest sequencing that I've ever seen on any show of wrestling ever. Ricky Saints is standing in the middle of the ring and his music's playing, and then they cut backstage. And Lola and Zaria and Soul are sharing makeup tips. And also, hey, girl, we know you're Latina heat and everything, but we got you this amazing Ruca shirt so we can all match in the ring. Oh my God, girl, I love you so much. Okay, a hug. And then Jada walks up to Lola and says, hey, He says, "And no, I'm not trying to start anything. Just wanted to say you did great in that match, and I respect the hell out of you or whatever." To Lola, because Lola pinned Jada in that match, and then Lash Legend comes up and says, "Oh, look at you! Oh, you lose this match, and you're getting all humble. Not hard anymore, are you?" And then Jada says, "Oh, Lash, I know you're not talking because you got humbled by Nia Jax, and you have no idea." Blah blah blah, and then something like that. Then Leafy Green Kale Dixon, who again, this is hilarious. Leafy Green Kale Dixon and Ponytail Mustache looked fantastic in that tag match they had 3 weeks ago. We haven't seen them again since now, when they're just hanging out backstage watching ladies put on makeup. Anyway, Leafy Green Kale Dixon says, like, "Oh, Jada Parker, don't play that." And then Lash Legend shoves him down onto a couch. And then Jada Parker walks away all confident and whatnot. And then she sees Stax and Ariana Venti, and they're canoodling. She goes, "Oh my God, I'm going to be sick." And all of this takes place. And then they go back to the ring. Ricky Starks is still standing there, and he goes and gets a microphone, and he calls out Obafemi. And then Obafemi starts walking to the ring, and then they cut to commercial. What?
This was extremely weird on so many levels. I don't know if Emily is still in the chat. Sometimes she hovers is chatty. She was before sometimes, and I like could not agree more with that. Like, it is, I was having to pay attention to too many things, and very few of them made sense. Very few of them made sense. I was very confused. Yeah. Well, this was too much. And also, I say it every week, like, this is not how women talk to each other.
No.
This is like not how women behave, except for very specifically before bachelorette parties where everybody has to get matching t-shirts. That's it. That's the only time.
Yeah. But I did appreciate that they were doing the product placement, though, for in the ring. It just says Maybelline.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Like, Maybelline is the presenting sponsor of NXT. Of all things, Maybelline.
They have, I don't know if you know this, Alex, but they have the best women's division in the world. So,
but like, I'll tell you, here's the thing. The first time I noticed it was during the Briggs and Ricky Saints match, and I was like, that's like if you have, I don't know, Dude Wipes sponsor a women's title match at WrestleMania. That would be weird.
It honestly, it's cool to see like a women's brand on a wrestling show. But this not so organic with the sponsorships is WWE. They're like, listen, War Raiders, you're gonna come out like a video game and stuff. It's bad. It's just,
like, here's the other thing, like, because I still watch this not on Canadian Netflix. I watch it on like the CW affiliate,
like a proper gentleman.
And almost all of the commercials are for life insurance, home catheters, like all of these ridiculous things for old people. I like that must be they must be getting a major like inkling of who's watching these shows, and it must be still somehow the 68-year-old people, like it was for NXT 2.0. I don't get it.
Meltzer said that it was a lot of like single dudes, which I was like, well, that tracks.
Maybe they're widowers.
Booker T.
Maybe they're all widowers. Maybe their wives died and they're sitting there watching the hot young things wrestle. Maybe that's what it is.
No.
Oh yes. Oh, and there was a very long commercial for recruitment for ICE on this particular episode. So that was good. So
they have Dean Cain. What more could they want?
They don't need anything else. Ricky is in the ring when we come back from commercial, and Oba's in there too. And Ricky cuts a promo on him saying, "You're like, maybe beating champions wearing on you because you barely made out of a heat wave. You can't. Nobody can be the ruler forever." And Otis says, after my match at Heatwave, I told you I saw nothing, but that is not true. I saw fear. I'm like, he's the best. He's just the best. He's so good. This is the way that he's I'm going to make. They call you the absolute. At no mercy, I'm going to make you absolutely mediocre. He's so great. He's so great.
I genuinely love him, but I love that you have a crush on him more, I fear.
He's listen, here's the thing. At this age, with this few matches under his belt,
yes,
the amount of simple, easy confidence he has in everything that he does. Like, it'd be one thing if he's just a generational big man in the ring, but also then he gets on the microphone and he's tentative. He doesn't really know how to play the character, like on the mic or whatever.
His character works insane.
His character work is out of the park, and then also, but he knows exactly how to turn the phrase. He also listen. I don't love call and response stuff with wrestlers, especially the what chant. But after every bit of his cadence from these 300 knuckleheads in Orlando, like Edna Mercy, I'm going to make you, absolutely, mediocre. Like he has that crowd wrapped around his finger.
Yeah, he really does.
He knows exactly how to play them and play their little champs and everything. He's so great. I mean,
well, what the difference is, like, he's in control of it as opposed to the crowd taunting him, which is actually even more impressive when you consider this NXT crowd loves to just hear themselves chant.
Yeah.
But it is adorable how much you want to.
Yes.
His best friend.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I love him.
So why don't you
marry him? I would say yeah.
Okay.
But I'm also
it's a
just
love
accurately.
Story, baby, just say yes.
See, I don't feel like it's not. This is different because I'm just accurately assessing talent.
I understand that, but you would marry him with paper rings, as per Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and our theme for the day.
Yeah.
It's a theme show, Alex.
Jambeard says dream match also to make it a dream. Alex versus Kate match. Give me Oba versus Eddie Kingston.
All day, every day, twice on Sunday.
Yeah.
I need Eddie back so bad. Guys, I can't live like this. Having Kevin Owens out and Kenny.
You just got Nigel versus Zach, and you can't live like this.
I know, but that was techery. That was a whole different. That had a Johnny Saint video package tied to it. It's like a love story to 70s British wrestling. That's a very specific type of dream match that fills a very specific part of my heart. Yeah. Like on American television, having Eddie Kingston and Kevin Owens out at the same time is a felony. That I can't. Some surgeon has to do something better. I can't live like this. It's too hard.
Yeah.
Like the two guys that make everything feel important every time they open their mouth. Like, thankfully, Samoa Joe's around. But
yes. Yeah. Ellen Jeanette says, hey, hello, Alex and Kate. Next week, let's see what I did there. I'll be back in school. Thank you for the nice distraction. And as always, keep up the great work.
Thank you so much.
Stay in school, kids, if you're kids and also still in school. A lot of our audience is like 50. So that's fine. But if you're still in school, nothing wrong being in school if you're 50 either. Go back to school,
at all.
Bettering yourselves. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Critical thinking is good.
Great.
There should be more of it.
Speaking of a lack of critical thinking, Oba and Ricky are in the ring, and then all of a sudden the lights start going wonky, and here's Dark State, Dork State, Fart State, and they won the friggin' titles 48 hours ago, and they're like, if you think we're satisfied with these tag titles, then you haven't been paying attention. Like, no, man, it took you 6 months to get those. You've been dilly-dallying around cutting promos in parking lots and telling people nobody is safe while everybody is safe. And one of your cohorts has a serious trouble saying the wrong thing. So, yes, we thought you might be satisfied with these tag titles. Because it was dumb to put the tag titles on you in the first place because they didn't utilize Hank and Tank to their full capacity in any way while they were champs. So now Dark State, Dork State, Fart State, they are the tag champions, and they're like, Oba, I know that you can tell Ricky how it feels to take a Dark State beatdown. I'm like, yeah, what was up with that? How you guys decided to show up and take him out in February, and in late August you're getting around to actually doing something about it? That's weird. So they rush the ring, and they take out both of them. They're beating them up, but here come Hank and Tank to even the odds, and then the bad guys run away. I should also mention that because it's still summer, guy who doesn't know how sleeves work is now wearing a sleeveless shirt in the same way. Like, it's also like he's wearing it like one of those crossbody bags that were so popular there a few months ago. Like, he's just wearing it. He's wearing it like a seatbelt. He's wearing a shirt like a seatbelt, and it doesn't have any sleeves. And I feel like we're gonna get back into sweatshirt weather in a few months, and then he's gonna go back to sleeves.
You have like a special relationship with this part of wrestling fashion. Because I didn't even notice that. You
didn't notice?
I didn't really notice. No.
I feel like there's a thing is that this happens to me all the time with my ADHD. I will start doing a project and then get sidetracked and forget all about that project. His project is just putting on a shirt. He's putting on a shirt, gets halfway through it, and goes, oh, I forgot to feed the dog. And then he goes and does it. Then he forgets to finish out putting the rest of the shirt on. You know?
I think maybe I didn't realize this because I said out loud, oh my God, again. Because, like, get a different setup to a match.
No.
I am so tired of this.
Oba Femi and two or three people who are not really related to Oba Femi get attacked and brawl with Dark State, Dork State, Fart State. And Ava's like, how about an 8-man tag? Or a 6-man tag? Like,
Ava, go outside. Experience the world. Stop setting up matches like this.
You know what it is? She's so young. Like, she hasn't really gotten a chance to, like, she needed to take a gap year after college. You know what I mean? Like, she needed to, like, travel Europe and see the world and figure out how they do things other places. And maybe then she wouldn't be so, like, I know that these things will get me a guaranteed B-. So I'm only going to do those things because that's all I need to graduate.
I just feel like Ricky and Oba aren't the program that needs this shit. Stop! Do something else. I triple dog dare you to set up a world title program in a different way than people loosely in the orbit of Oba Femi being attacked by Dark State and then Oba Femi having to tag with people that he eventually has a match against with. Knock it off. You just fucking did it like 2 minutes ago.
Literally 2 minutes ago. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's so lazy. Mm-hmm. It's so lazy. It's nauseating. It's boring. Mm-hmm. And you, of all the people in the world that you need to do this with, Ricky Saints ain't one of them. Mm-mm. Stop it. Let the program run its course. Stop over engineering everything with multi-man matches. Look at your show today that had 2 multi-person matches on it, both of which were sub 5 minutes or interference angles or whatever the hell.
Yep.
Like, stop it.
Right.
For the love of God.
Yes.
And you know what, Raw? How about a clean finish for you in the main event? Just because I'm feeling spicy.
I don't know if we can do that one. I don't know if we can do that one. Best I can do is a guy runs down but doesn't actually touch the guy he interferes with. That's the best I got for you.
What if there's something that makes it extremely obvious earlier in the night?
Then that's almost guaranteed.
But this company doesn't know the difference between a blindfold and a pillowcase. So what am I supposed to do?
No, they don't. No,
I keep expecting these cats to knit sweaters. I need to stop.
You should not do that. That's on
you. Know what, Alex? Raw has ended in a distraction-y, non-clean finish so many times. I would put money on it that it would happen again.
You should. You should.
Well, I don't think there's anywhere you can bet on wrestling, but if I could, and that was an option, I would visit like my own bookie to do it. But there's just nowhere that you can do that.
No, I've heard that your bookie has a website.
My bookie?
Your bookie.
Like mybookie.ag?
Oh my God, you can bet on pro wrestling? Yeah, you can at mybookie.ag. Then, when you use the code FIGHTFUL, you get a $50 bonus on your $100 deposit or a $100 bonus on a $200 deposit. If you think you know more than the casual fan, than the average fan about what's going to happen on the upcoming pro wrestling shows, head over to MyBookie. Test your mettle over there. But it's not just pro wrestling. It's UFC. We've covered UFC odds for years here at Fightful, and we are getting them exclusively from MyBookie. Sports all across the world. They have live casino games, table games, slot games, all kinds of stuff at MyBookie. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do that and use the code FIGHTFUL. Now, we only want you to bet what you can, and please bet responsibly, but use that code FIGHTFUL and get that fantastic bonus and make a little money off something that you might have a little bit of an education on here in pro wrestling.
Who knew? Not me. Not before Sean Ross Sapp just told me on a recorded video that I pressed play on.
That's right.
My God.
So it was announced at Heatwave, the wave of the heat.
Yeah.
That something else that's heating up is the Speed Championship, now the property of NXT. It's gonna be tricky with the men's thing because the men's champion is Chad Gable as El Grande Americano. So I don't know if it's just automatically Ludwig Kaiser now, or how that works. But they're not addressing that.
Could possibly care. They'll just put that mask on someone in NXT. It'll be the El Grande. It'll be a Quattro Americano. It'll be the fourth one. They'll put it on Javon Evans or some shit. It'll be awful.
No, it's it'll be the Beach. I think the Beach will be the next El Grande Americano.
Inamura. They'll put it on Inamura, and it'll be like, ha ha ha, get it? Inamura's a luchador.
Anyway, we don't know how they're going to handle that one because they're not addressing it yet. But Sol Ruca is the women's speed champion, and she's going to need a contender. So she'll be defending her title, the speed title, at No Mercy, not the North American title. That one, she's never going to defend that. But the speed title will be defended at No Mercy, and they're going to do a tournament, quote unquote tournament. A tournament with 4 people in it is not a tournament.
No,
that is 2 qualifying singles matches for a number 1 contenders match.
You know what I hate about this? Other than everything?
Yeah.
The thing I hate most about this is why I had to slink down in my chair, is there's actually an art to the speed limit belts, and there's actually an art to the 3 or 4 minute match.
Sure.
You can't put those two together. There's so many good stories. If you tell the right 4-minute story, I think Penelope Ford and Chris Statlander had one of these. Like a good 4-minute story match is awesome. My favorite world title run since 2020. Gunther's was pretty beast, but I talked so extensively about ZSJ's TV title run and what it meant to put technical wrestling under a time limit. How cool that was, and how much creativity the time limit forced.
Yep.
You cannot put those two things together. It is stupid, and it was a gimmick for Twitter that they've now absorbed. And I'm convinced the only reason that they kept it is because Sol Ruca was a double champ, and they didn't just want one of those titles to go away.
Right.
So I am miserable because it like dilutes two things that I actually think are very valuable in wrestling, which is the 3-4 minute match, which has some amazing stories if you get the right people in it, and time limit belts, which I think are one of the most valuable devices in wrestling if you're going to get rid of something like a Heritage Cup.
Yep.
And you've messed it up because you did it for Twitter.
Yeah. The 4 women in this tournament are former Speed champion Candice LeRae from SmackDown, Zaya Brookside, who used to be in NXT UK and is now with TNA. I'm gonna not pronounce the first part of this right. Fabi, your last name.
Fabe.
Kate Fabe.
Fabe.
Fabi, Apache from AAA.
Okay.
And Lainey Reed from NXT.
So this tournament starts with the semifinals.
Yes, it starts with the Final Four.
Nailed it.
Wouldn't that be great if every year March Madness started with the Final Four? Fabi Apache. Fabi versus Lainey. Valab asking if you can go lower till it's just the bangs. There you go.
All day.
Good.
It's preferred, honestly.
Yeah, it's better. So next week is Zaya Brookside versus Candice LeRae on NXT. The winner of that gets to the finals against the winner of Lainey versus Fabi. And they've already made sure to tell me during this episode who the winner of the tournament will be. So that is fun.
Wait, guess what face I'm making right now? Because it's only my bangs.
You're frowny.
Frowny adjacent. Keep going.
Okay. What is frowny adjacent?
It was like frowny, but with an eye roll. I thought you might be able to feel the eye roll through my bangs.
I couldn't feel the eye roll. No,
I thought you knew me, but I guess it's an Adam Copeland situation. You think you know me, but
I don't.
On this day, you'll never know if I see clearly because I'm just bangs.
So, there was another match that I didn't know we were having, which capitalizes on the dumb thing they did at No Mercy. Or not No Mercy, Heat Wave. Wave of the Heat.
There it is.
We got Tyra May Steele versus Alba Fire with Chelsea Green and Ethan Page, Piper Niven at ringside, and Tavion Heights there. I thought this was a thing to like build Tavion Heights to face Ethan Page, but like that's happening like adjacent to it, but it's mostly about can Tyra May Steele get one over on Chelsea Green, who I will remind you is also part of the tag team title feud happening on SmackDown, and also has had multiple matches with Stephanie Vacqua on Raw. I really love Chelsea Green, and I'm happy it's her if it's anybody. But my God, you have 3 separate brands, and the top mid-card heel should not be the same woman on all 3 of them.
I mean, shout out to them for getting her absolutely cheered and an Olympian booed in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
See, now this is the part of the slinking down bit that is the worst. It's the getting back
up. Yeah, it's tough.
I'm too old for this, Alex.
Yeah.
Podcasting requires a great deal of athleticism, as you know. I love Jacy, and I think she's great, and I think the pairing with her and Ethan is awesome, and I think we'll get Tavion and Ethan alongside this.
Right.
Which is fine. I just feel like I feel bad that Tyra May still got booed at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that was very weird.
It feels wrong.
She came out tonight for her thing, and she gave a replica gold medal to a child in the front row, and everyone was sitting on their hands. They've just decided they don't like her. I don't get it.
I don't get it at all. Because she's fantastic. But I think what happened was they put her... WWE is constantly telling us the show is fake. All of it's a part of the show.
Yeah.
So when somebody is genuinely entertaining and is genuinely stifled in booking, as Chelsea Green is, people just want to cheer for her because she's great.
Yeah.
And then what that leaves them to do to the other side of things is boo them. But that's silly because Tyra May Steele is great and she's new. But like, imagine if she was brought in like Jasper Troy was, and she's ahead of Jasper Troy in the ring.
Yeah.
So like, you just throw her into this program, which honestly, like at the beginning of this, I thought was I was like, Tyra May, Kendall Gray, the right people to be with Tavion.
Right.
I don't know why the crowd rejected this. It's weird. Because I really like Tyra May. I think she's great.
She puts Alba Fire. It's so funny that I feel like you're not allowed to like point out on commentary that she was NXT UK Women's Champion for 650 days.
We don't.
If you're gonna no, but they did. They talked about it on commentary tonight, and people who are watching now and have been watching for, let's say, 5 years will be like, what? This woman was a champion of something for 650 days?
That was Kylie Ray, not Alba Fire.
Okay, cool. Why are you booking her like this then? Is what they would say. You know? Like, it's weird to highlight how great she was at some point, and then also what you are showing to your audience currently doesn't match up. That's a weird thing to do. She was put in the ankle lock for a very long time and then dragged out of the ring by Ethan Page, or tried to, I guess. And then whatever. She goes for a super kick, Alba does, on Tyra May, who ducks out of the way and then does a roll-up.
That's the other thing is, like, I said this in a positive way when we had, like, Roxanne and Julia and Steph around. I had said I hope they were paying attention because the reason they got so over was just because they were wrestling a bunch. And I feel like if they just let Tyra May wrestle, she'd be super over. But they just threw that all out the window, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And she has to win with roll-ups, which is stupid.
Jambeard, who may or may not be Canadian, says, I am pro-booing Americans when they face Canadians.
Well, universal health care is not a bad idea.
No.
Would be helpful.
Then after the match, Chelsea comes in and attacks Tyra May. Tavion is like, hey, don't do that. And so Chelsea tries to slap him, and he stops the slap. And then Booker T is like, you think about what you're doing. Don't you do it. Don't you hit that woman. And like Tavion wasn't going to hit her. And then Ethan Page comes in and attacks Tavion from behind. It's like, that's what you get. That's what you get. You were going to hit a woman. This is dumb.
Yeah. No. Like
Ethan Page beats up Tavion Heights and then drapes him in the Canadian flag. Now you may.
that part's great. I mean, you got to do that.
I mean,
I just want to see Ethan Page and Tavion Heights wrestle for real.
Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting if we could just have Tavion Heights, who's by all accounts a really tremendous wrestler and a natural athlete and great. If you had him versus Ethan Page in a singles match with no shenanigans or fuckery of any kind that lasted, I'm going to say, between 11 and 14 minutes.
Here's the thing that I'm like gummed up about with this is I really, really like what they pulled off with Chelsea and Ethan. Like, I think that's a very fun pairing.
Yes. Yeah.
But I don't want the program to be so overwrought with the mixed taggy aspect of it. Yeah. So it's a little tricky because I want my cake and to eat it too. Like, I genuinely think Ethan and Chelsea on the same side of things is a great call. But the program that's within it is muddy. And that bums me out because I feel like Tavion and Tyra are great. And I feel like they both deserve like more breathing room with all of this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hank and Tank won another shot at Dork State, and Ava says, no, you have to have a eight-man tag first. Yeah.
Of course.
And then after that, we can talk about you getting a title rematch.
Why? Why no?
Sarah Schreiber, who, by the way, immediately after NXT ended, there was a commercial for bathroom refitting, and she was the lady who was standing there going like, wouldn't you love to have a new bathroom this weekend? You can if you call 1-800. And I was like, Sarah Schreiber moonlighting as infomercial gal was not something I saw happen.
Get the bag, Sarah Schreiber.
Get the bag,
I love
Sarah
it.
Schreiber. So anyway, she's like, Jacy, I have to ask you how you're coping having lost the TNA Knockouts Championship. And it's like, it wasn't my fault. I was stolen from me by Ash by Elegance and Tall by Elegance and Small by Elegance. And I won't stand for it. It's not my fault. Then Jazmyn says something about how she's going to win the speed title. And Jacy is really nasty to her about how she's just like, if anybody's going to do that, it's going to be Fallon. And Jazmyn's like, well, I figured like you guys have had titles before and I haven't. Yeah, there's a reason for that, Jazmyn. Yeah. And then go to the ring.
She's always been the outlier little sister.
Yeah.
But it did seem a little aggressive.
Yeah. I mean,
for someone that's on your side.
It's so funny that they're setting up Jazmyn Nix to turn face by like being sick of Jacy Jayne's shit. And I'm like, are we at that point was there a clamoring for like, we got to get this person out of this faction and turn them babyface so we can all root for them? Was that a thing we were all doing for Jazmyn Nix? Like,
bro, what happened to like Thea Hale? Like, what's happening? I'm so confused. Like, if you need a mid-card babyface, you have them. Like,
right?
It's so weird.
Well, it's the thing of, especially with the women, we have all of these talented women, and we can only use so many of them across all three brands, which is why Chelsea Green has to be on all three brands. And then why also there aren't any other, why you will go literally 6 weeks between seeing Ivy Nile on Raw. We just don't have enough room for all of you, which is like, my thing is that because I have seen them do that with really talented women. Julia is the United States champion, for God's sake. And the best we can get from her is hanging out backstage while her representation, another very talented wrestler, basically tries to get her out of having to defend her title. So when
Which is
I say
so
I
not
don't really
Julia.
want Jordan Grace or Blake Monroe on the main roster right now, because they don't have room for them with the way they put women on television. Stephanie Vacqua won the #1 contendership in a match on July 12th. It is August 26th. 6 weeks have gone by. I think she's had one match since she became the #1 contender.
It got taken away from her.
And well, the #1 contendership got taken away from her, but she still had the match. But of course, it ended in shenanigans.
I was just gonna say, how did it end, Alex? Yeah, I mean, back in my day, they used to rotate programs where like a wrestler would be on one week and then not the other. And I feel like that solves so many problems when you have two main roster programs. Like, and I get wanting your Rhea Ripley's to be there every week or whatever, but like you could also have Ivy Nile wrestle sometimes instead of like what they're doing now. You could also make your tag division matter. But they do seem to be taking slow steps to correct that. Jazmyn Nix being the breakout makes me wonder, like, are Fallon and Jacy gonna be a thing? Like, will they be the tag team that gets called up to the main roster after Jacy loses? That kind of thing, or will they stick around as a duo in NXT? Because I could see that if Jazmyn's gonna be the breakaway here.
We could see that. So yeah. Lola, Vice, Zaria, and Ruca defeat the Fatal Influencers. When Lola Vice comes to the ring, Booker T says, "Oh yeah, that's a spicy meatball." I think you may be confused, or perhaps you haven't heard her proclaim her heritage before she hit you with her butt. But she is
Italian.
not. She is not from Italy or Sweden. I wanted to say that meatballs are traditionally an Italian dish, but they can also be Swedish. However, if they are Swedish, they are also not spicy because the Swedes do not do spice. So,
I'm Swedish is a very funny thing to yell before hip checking someone.
I'm a Swedish. Boom. Yeah.
I can't with Booker T, man.
Jesus, Julian Floyd. Again, like I'm taking your word for it, Julian Floyd. Thea's top lip got ripped in half and stitched back together last weekend. So that's why she's not on this episode of NXT. But she also hasn't been on a lot of episodes of NXT for a while.
My sister in top lip getting ripped offness, Thea Hale. I don't know if it was her dog that did it, but my dog did that to me.
Yeah.
Split right up the middle.
Yeah.
Not a fun time.
No.
Not a fun time.
No. It was the longest match on the card. 14 minutes, 16 seconds.
And if you listen to Booker T's commentary, it's like 6 hours long because it's just him every time Lola Vice does get anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Zaria is probably the most misused talent in WWE. Just
especially now, because the shiny, like, this whole Ruca thing's starting to wear off too. You know what I mean? Well, like it's not how I would have used her anyway, but like now even the odd coupleness of it is starting to like, all right, long in the tooth.
Like that's long in the tooth, and they're not like doing anything. There's no progression of the story. They're just
not in weeks.
They're just friends. They're just friends who are friends. They're friends. They're very good friends, and there's no tension between them at all. And it's not like Zaria is like, well, you have 2 titles. So you'll forgive me if I think about going after one for myself. You know, I'm doing you the favor of not going after one of yours. Because we both know how that would end. And Soul's like, I'm sorry, do we? Like, you could easily do that, but they're not doing any of that. And so while they're not doing that, we have them just trading makeup tips with Lola Vice. Like, and that's what we're doing with that. So, like, Zaria should be your big gal du jour. There's all these women who are doing like incredible, strong feats of strength across all of WWE's products. The fact that Zaria is like just hanging out with Sol Ruca, who can't decide, according to the booking, which belt she likes more, is just weird.
Yeah, I get the temptation to do something a little different because, like you said, like main roster, you've got Nia Jax up there, you have Piper Niven up there. Here, like you have Jordan Grace. So I get the idea of like wanting to showcase something different with some nuance to it and not showing us what we already see. Meaning like we see her F5, we see her spear. Like what else can we showcase about her is fun. So what I would have done is brought her in as a monster heel, had her squash a billion people, and rocketed her to the top because I think her ceiling is extremely high. But if you're gonna go in this direction, I don't hate the direction. I think they were actually doing a pretty good job with it. But now it's just it's middling, and it felt like it was well paced for a while, and now it just feels like we're idling with it, which is not good. I just want to get the heel turn underway. That'll probably be like a Halloween Havoc program, which will be a month and a half too late. But I still have all the faith in the world.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see anything moving on that until the deadline area of time. You know, like, because if they're not doing anything with the North American title for No Mercy, you know, like, then like they're gonna have to build all of that in 4 weeks. I mean, they have built entirely a whole thing in 1 week before, where it was like, hold on, you've been doing no storytelling for months and decided to do all the storytelling tonight. They could honestly do that. Oh, the thing is, we don't have to worry about Sol Ruca being double champ for long, because during this match, Lainey Reed is up in the crowd and they make sure and show her up there, and she's been also kissing up to Jacy backstage, and Jazmyn says, I want to bring my own gold into the Fatal Influence or whatever, and they scoffed at her, and so Lainey's going to win that title. Lainey's going to win. She's going to win the tournament. She's going to beat Sol Ruca, and she will use that to gain entrance into the thing. And Jazmyn will say, I would like a title shot. And then, you know, Jacy and Fallon will be like, sure. And she'll, you know, that's going to be that. So Sol won't be I don't think will be the speed champion for very long. I think that's going to be what they do with Lainey Reed. And then maybe, hopefully, we can just like crank up the storytelling on Sol Ruca and the North American Championship. So, are
you saying let's crank?
I'm not saying let's crank. I'm saying hopefully they crank. I don't want to crank. You know. Also, I think somebody in here said that might have been an earlier super chat that I missed. There we go. Shouldn't Thea Hale be in all the speed matches?
Oh my God, yeah.
Delgado says champion. Cocaine Bear, but yeah, I mean, like, yes.
Agreed.
Yes.
100%.
Yes, for sure. I think that's a very smart thing. Yeah. Then they. So after the final 2 minutes, honestly, very, very good. Final 2 minutes are very good. Yes. The Zaria spears Jayne on the outside.
A lot of this was great. If I just didn't have Booker T gooning in my ear.
That's the thing, is that like, because it was 14 minutes, you could tell they had 11 minutes of stuff. And it got spread out. Like, that's why the things like no match should be 3.5 minutes. Because no match that you're actually doing has the longest match on the card doesn't need to be that long. So you just take some time from that match and give it to the matches that are too short. And that's just like in NXT, that's just the way it should be, because this was fine, but there were times where they had to like hold and play to the crowd and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, I get it. But the final 2 minutes was a really great sprint.
It was really fun.
All the bad girls took big moves. And finally, Lola Vice hit Fallon with her spinning back fist and got the pin. And then all the bad girls were like in the fetal position, looking up at the women, the good girls in the thing, as they all like just danced to Lola Vice's thing. As Vic Joseph was like, next week on NXT, here's this and this and this. Also, don't forget Homecoming, NXT, September 16th. And then also, don't forget No Mercy, October 27th, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And also, don't forget Halloween Havoc, Prescott Valley, Arizona. And I'm like, all while he's doing that, the camera's just focused in on Jacy Jayne going, it's my title. It's mine. You can't have it. Over and over and over again. Because that's the only line they gave her to say. I mean, it's like there's no reason for that to be the backdrop for this. Like, the match ended, and 2 minutes later it went off the air. And during that 2 minutes, they're all just standing there or seated there looking at each other and it's just like NPCs doing repetitive motions.
Kind of. Yeah, there was a lot of this that was very fun toward the end.
It was a very fine 6-woman tag.
Part of what frustrates me so much with the Booker T stuff is Lola Vice is really good. Like she really is quite good.
She's gotten very better. She's gotten very good. It's one of those things though. Like she gets called up, and then
I don't think it's time for that yet. She's held no titles, right? Like she's got to have a title run somewhere. I feel like probably a mid-card title run at some point. But I just want her to be in contexts where she hasn't done anything that feels like it's mattered since the Jada Parker feud, maybe.
Right. Yeah.
Like they have so many. And it's not like they're not doing title adjacent programs, but there's just not like an emphasis on them outside of Jordan and Blake.
If they're starting to do things like I am the entertainment manager of this person, you know what I mean? If they're starting to do that with people, I'll go back to the thing that I pitched a long time ago. Zelina Vega takes one look at Lola Vice and says, I'm going to make you a champion. Because Zelina Vega is fantastic at being that. Lola Vice isn't the best on the mic, and Zelina Vega is very, very good at it. And helping her bring her along. And even then, Zelina being like, I'm putting mine up against yours. So it's Julia versus Lola Vice matches coming out of that. And also tags, because both Kiana and Zelina can work. So like when you have like these female managers who can work, they can work with their proteges or their clients in tag matches. I think it could be a good use of both of them, since again, there's only so room for so many people. So clinging to an act that will be on TV is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Okay. Alpha Bill says, career advice for Sarah Schreiber: invest in a puppet. Puppets will make everything better.
Better advice: get someone else to buy you a puppet.
Get something else to. Yeah, there we go.
Great call.
Yes. Old Jim Dukers says, everything sucks more every day except for Sour Nation. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ryan Ben says, Alex Poplowski and Kate Elizabeth. Let's get it, SGS. Yeah, apparently you guys did this. You guys made it happen.
It's true.
There we go. Ryan King says, Wren and Kendall rocked. Hope they stay together. Rendell.
I wish they rocked for a little longer. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they got to both rock and roll, is what it comes down to. Like, they rocked.
Mm-hmm.
Did they get to roll?
No, they didn't really roll that much. It's hard to roll when you're only doing it for 3.5 minutes. Hold on.
It's a shame.
La 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 la. I can't hear. La 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 la
What
la.
does it
I'm
mean when a
doing
gal
I'm doing
just doesn't do
earmuffs.
dishes
So now
after
you
make
have
her
to read
dinner?
you have to read it now out loud because he said for me to have live.
Kate, what does it mean when a gal just doesn't do dishes after you make her dinner but cleans the whole kitchen? I'm a neat meat. I mean, she's being considerate. Especially if you prepared the meal,
Okay, am I
right?
done now? Am I done doing muffs?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Tom LaValle with some weird code here. I don't even know what it means. Congratulations to CR on their priority. I don't know what's going on here. Again, the paywall is the place you go for scoops like that.
Yeah, I don't know what that's in reference to at all. Definitely not anything we said
Okay.
yesterday.
Let's do some wedding puns. Doc
Please.
Doc Mueller says Matrimony Incorporated. Chris Pereira says Altar Bridge.
Very nice.
Lupongi Vice says Tour of the Islands.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
excellent. Leader in the clubhouse.
Orion Ben says SWIFT Swift. Wedding Bell Mountain Bomb.
Very nice.
Chris Pereira says Kenny Omega, aka the best Bountaineer machine.
Very nice.
House of Black Tie from Lieutenant Photo. That is a formal wedding. Rafael Garcia says ring post nuptial and Mercedes matrimony.
Just come down the aisle doing the CEO dance.
Doc Chris Mueller says wedding cake Hager hates Tuxedoni Khan.
What a goofball that guy is.
Okay. This one, man, Chris Pereira. These are two fantastic ones, but the second one might be one of my favorites of all time. Sid, Justice of the Peace, and Bam Bam Bigeloped.
Bam Bam Bigeloped is unbelievable.
Bam Bam Bigeloped.
My
it's so
God.
good. So good. Ryan Cicchini says Tavion will win, but get him away from the U.S. stuff. No, sorry. That's not a thing they're going to do. It'd be great if they did, but nope. They're not there. No, they won't be doing that, unfortunately. That's not a thing they'll do. Meet Normus says Penta El Cerro Cash Bar.
Very nice.
Bam Bam Wheelope. Who's out? Courthouse. Nuptial Snow. Pre-nup kick party. Obefficient. Mercedes bouquet.
Very nicely done.
Aussie. Open bar. Aussie open bar.
Aussie open bar is really good.
Delgado. Cameron Grooms. The Best Mankind. Wedding Bandito. You know what happens after the wedding for Cameron Grooms?
Is a blindfold match?
He goes to the honeymoon. Huh?
Well done.
Thea Vale.
Wow. That's amazing.
Richard says 5-second propose for the benefits of those with flash photography. 5-second propose. Reversal dinner. RSMVP. Young Bucksito. King Kong Cumberbundy. Seating Chart Foundation. And Zach Soiree Jr. Loves it. You have yins. We love yins too.
We
Silver
do.
Apocalypse says, will you marry me, Osprey?
Oh.
And the Wedding Bellas.
Very nice.
Me Norma says, Bo Bridezilla. Bag Jones. Chicken or the Bobby Fish?
Ooh, very good.
Tuxedo Face. Ember Honeymoon. Limboba Femi. Oh, limo Femi, not the limbo. I put a B in there where there shouldn't be.
Limo
That'd be like luau puns. Reception of domination and groomsmen on a mission.
It was fun about that Bobby Fish one was he was a part of the first wedding ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tom Levy says Bobby Fish, Big E, your opponent's finisher. Blue meanie, something old.
Very nice.
I
love this. This is for Allie.
And
M and all the
Louisville says Bam Bam Biggie Lope. Walter and Mercedes Matrimony.
I like this. She has 9 garter belts. It's a little ridiculous.
There are so many jukeboxes. And Jambeard says, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Zeltaline. Everett Smith says, Val Venue, Paul Ringbearer, Registry Black, the Boutonniere Club, and the Corsage Kenny Omega.
Very nice.
Silver Apocalypse says Stone Cold Feet Austin. And Honeymoon Dog Spot.
A Moondog Spot reference. Be still my heart.
Tom Valley says Red Velvet Cake, the Maid of Honor TV champion.
Very nice.
All right, we have lots.
Thank you all for the support.
Yeah, we have 10.
My goodness.
Well,
are they all you?
No, they're all not all me. But the Jambeard does have this one. I'm assuming that's what Jambeard was referencing when he was talking about a Jake Hager action figure, but I'm not sure. Okay.
That part of the interview when he was like, I was in the first Stadium Stampede. I was like, he was in the first Stadium Stampede.
Okay. So, wow, my goodness. Okay. Okay, we'll start this. I don't know this one, but I'll look it up. Kiss the Bride. Lyrics?
Is it Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid?
I don't know.
Elton
John. Elton John. It's an Elton John. Kiss the Bride. I did not know. I didn't.
That's a shame. I was going to be your birds. And
oh, yeah, I know. Well, she looked a peach in the dress she made when she was still her mama's little girl. And when she walked down the aisle, everybody smiled at her innocence and curls. And when the preacher said, is there anyone here got a reason why they shouldn't wed? I should have stuck up my hand. I should have got up to stand. And this is what I should have said. I want to kiss the bride. Yeah. I want to kiss the bride. Yeah. Long before she met him, she was mine, mine, mine. Don't say I do. Say bye, bye, bye. And let me kiss the bride. Yeah. I want to kiss the bride. Yeah. Thank you.
As the co-owner of Fightful, I mean, I own a very negligible percent, but I think it's also fair to say at this point, certainly not just the executive producer of a Freddie Got Fingered review, but also this show, considering the props that are incoming. I think that the minimum should be like 5 for songs with puppets. If there's any of that. Oh,
absolutely. The puppets will do most of the singing once the puppets are here.
So I got to say, I don't talk a lot about NXT. I report on it and stuff, but I don't review it.
Yeah.
And I have to say that seriously, like the Lexis King, Myles Borne stuff has cracked me up. Like Lexis King saying, "You're blind now," and throwing shit in his eyes. Very funny to me.
This is a blindfold.
I will say this. I oftentimes, when I watch back NXT promos, I wish I were both deaf and blind. That is how I feel about that.
Fair.
But Alex, have you been informed of the assignment? Kate, have you told him of the assignment? Okay, good.
I did.
Does the audience know about the assignment?
I don't.
I did announce it.
Yeah.
You did announce
right?
it. The fact that I asked her to have you keep notes, as well as her as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Freddie Got Fingered. Of which, let me tell you, I am on my 4th sitting through my 2nd viewing currently. And
I'm on my 4th sitting of through my 2nd viewing.
Oh, yeah. I listen, while you all, the amount I'm paying, you all got to watch it straight through. I am watching it in chunks. And I got to say, listen, a little preview, guys. They made sense of the daddy, would you like some sausage part. That is actually one of the parts of the movie that makes the most sense.
Is he he's playing a piano at this time with like a sausage organ?
It's like a keyboard. Yeah, it's a keyboard with sausages strung up, and he's got drawings around. But I'm excited for you all to see how that actually makes sense. But I did watch, I was rewatching some of it tonight, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's why they did that. Because listen, ADHD brain, sometimes you're watching stuff in the background. Even if you're watching stuff in the foreground, you're really watching in the background.
Right.
But I'm very excited about this. Trying to get Wayfair on board. Doubt that's going to happen. But
Wayfair?
And Wayfair hit me up. They're like, "Hey, yo, heard you got a Bengals pod." They're like, "Hey, yo, heard you got a Bengals podcast." And I was like, "I'll tell you what other podcast I have, Wayfair." Let me tell you what else I got.
They've got just what I need.
Got just what you need.
Yeah,
Wayfair.
exactly.
But they did say sports and comedy podcasts. And I said,
okay,
I have something of which one of the hosts will claim does not qualify as comedy multiple times during this review. But
but we're funny. We're comedy.
Yeah, we're yeah.
You are. You're very funny.
We're very silly.
Yeah, trying to get those sweet Wayfair bucks for my Bengals shows that I'm doing. But
oh yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Get the Bengals back.
Allie Cease bullied me this week, by the way. Or today.
I sent you the screenshot. She was in here last week saying common Bengals L is what she said.
Okay, that's funny. Well, I guess she's picking up the check.
She's
the next time we go to eat, right? Like, I was gonna invite her and her sister to go to a Kentucky game at some point, but that's probably not now.
Wow.
At least her sister is consistently mean. Allie sprinkles in some kindness.
Our puns were for them today because of the Tay Swift Travis Kelce engagement. We did wedding puns.
Yeah.
Oh, she's right outside.
It's interesting. Well, guys, we're gonna nail down a date. I would imagine this ends up being a late night podcast, much like this.
You don't think this is like a nice morning show?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Prime time, baby. 8 p.m. Eastern. No?
8 p.m. I mean, listen, 8 p.m. on Thursdays, a lot of our audience is not watching TNA at that point. Like, let's be completely honest. Does ROH still air at that time, Kate?
I'm mostly, unless I think sometimes Collision preempts it.
Okay. So we'll let our audience determine, do they want this to be like a late night show or do they want it to be like a prime time
I want event? It to be a late night show.
What is it?
I want it to be a late night show. That's the vibe for it.
I guess so.
Going after Wayfair feels wrong. It's got to be like Spencer's gift.
Hold on. They came after me.
They came after. Okay.
One of our agents hit me up and was like, "Hey, I'm vetting Wayfair with you. So your sports and comedy podcasts." And I go, I mean, any of them could be comedy if I'm feeling ripe enough on that evening. Like, you just never know.
It's true.
So, okay, somebody said, Jimmy Van sit in on the Freddie Got Fingered interview. So here is what I was going to pitch. So here's what I was going to pitch. And Jimmy will say no, but I feel like he owes me one after he got 100 people to cancel Fightful Select by tweeting stupid shit recently, and I scolded him for it. And then he apologized on the air. By the way, guys, if you all want to resubscribe, because that would be very cool of you, very chill of you. He once made me watch Star Wars. I've never made him watch a movie. I want him, as a preview of your all's review, to watch that movie and then briefly speak about it on an episode of The Hump. And then my backup plan is I got John Alba hosting The Hump with me tomorrow. Maybe I'll just have him do it and review it as an impartial journalist, broadcaster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like the idea was that Alex and me review Freddy Got Fingered. I feel like it was the review style that is what you wanted.
Just a little taste.
Yeah, but he's using this as advertisement to get people
promotional
into our big thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, you all are the main event.
Yeah, this is just the undercard matches.
Yes. Jimmy Van is a prelim
Jimmy Van
jobber.
Dark match. Him and the Young Bucks.
That's him.
That's it.
That's him.
Respect it.
I always think back to the time Jimmy tweets a lot of stupid shit, right? So, but one time he tweeted, "Man, I see LA Knight and I just think of him. A great theme song for him would be that Evanescence song, Bring Me to Life." And like, of all the things I've seen Jimmy tweet, one of which cost us hundreds of subscribers, that's the worst thing that I've seen him tweet. Wake me up! Jesus Christ, man. So there we are.
I'm very thrown off because you're wearing the same shirt now that you were when you recorded the MyBookie ad, and we had them as a sponsor tonight.
Yeah, bought this at a vintage store. This is actually, this stuff right here is like velvet.
Okay. Are you going to fight Ethan Page and Chelsea Green?
You know, if somebody could get me to defect to Canada, it's those two.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
It is. I like those two a great deal. Ethan Page and I have a lost interview that may never see the light of day until we both retire.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We both agreed to not put it out, but yeah, we both agreed that was the best option.
Okay.
8 super chats tonight. You guys are on a roll, huh?
No, we deleted
like
them as we read through them. There's like 50 of them.
Okay.
This is just the singing part. You missed the puns and the regular stuff and the greetings. Johnny come lately over here.
Well, if you don't want to be Johnny come early, use Blue Chew and the code Fightful. We would greatly appreciate that.
As soon as I said it, I knew where that was going. So
yeah. Be more like Shawnee come lately. People call me Shawnee sometimes. I hate it, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
There's a male jacked pro wrestler that calls me that, and I'm like, Never had that one.
No.
Like some family.
That feels like a last name thing, like a sappy. I feel like I would.
Well, there's one person that called me. Well, there was one person that called me that. It was that Danny Tejada, the counselor guy that got run off Twitter because he was horrible. And I know that because on the spaces where I was like running him down, among other people, he had apologized to me. And I was like, no. Hold on, guys. I want you all to see why he's apologizing to me. Go to his search bar and type in Sappy, not SRS, not Sap, not Sean, just Sappy. And then you heard somebody like 40 seconds later go, God damn, I'm not even a month back yet. And I had not been called that since I was in like Little League. Because of course,
it's a last name. Yeah, all right, Sappy, yeah.
Playing sports or something like that. But like, I don't even think like MMA days, people were like, Sappy, what's up, Sappy? stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I'm glad I could derail this podcast a little bit, much like you all have derailed my life and my finances. And
You
I'm
did that to
putting the
yourself.
blame on you guys, even though I completely brought this.
No. Your pervasive need to have this movie reviewed is what derailed your finances.
I really do. I really do. There's a line in this movie to a woman in a wheelchair where Rip Torn says, and I quote, "Oh, you're in a wheelchair." And this woman goes, "Yeah, is there something wrong with my legs?" And he goes, "It looks like it." Or I think she said, "Do you have a problem with my legs?" And he goes, "You have a problem with your legs." And I was like, God damn.
Okay. Wait, so I know this much. This is all I know about it. Other than like it's a Tom Green film and
Rip Torn shows full ass in this movie.
Rip Torn is the dad and the woman from Airplane is the mom? I was told.
Okay. This is going to upset you. I've never watched Airplane. But I know her as the mom from Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds.
I think the same.
Anna Faris.
And
Amy Smart. I'll watch Airplane. I'll watch Airplane tonight.
If you like Naked Gun, like those like gag a minute type things, Airplane's for you.
I don't, but I haven't watched the new Naked Gun. I don't like Monty Python. I haven't been a big Naked Gun person. Wasn't a big Leslie Nielsen guy. Listen, loved his work at SummerSlam 94. Great work, but not big
Never
into
seen
that.
Airplane, doesn't like Monty Python. Hot Rod is great.
Yes, and Monty Python is fun. Also, Superman sucked. It was a bad movie. It was a boring movie. People were like, "Oh, you don't know ball. Oh, my God." Oh, great, guys. I watched it. Here's a spoiler. Lex Luthor gets everybody to think Superman's the bad guy. Congrats. You just gave me the plot of every fucking Spider-Man franchise ever. Ever. It was boring, guys. It was boring. Sorry.
Jaybeard said the name Slappy makes me think of the
Sean Ross
Goosebumps
Slappy,
puppet.
yeah.
Slappy.
Yeah.
On theme for the puppets. On the nose.
I get a lot of people that will send me pictures of airbags too, because like there's an airbag system that's like SRS airbag, and I was like, I'm surprised like when I tweet something bad, more people don't like use that.
Don't give them ideas.
Listen, these people that hate on me for like recreation aren't exactly creative. They need all the help they can get.
True.
It is the same 6 to 8 things over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Superman sucked, man. Like, it's just not good. I remember in the 90s, they switched to like the Electro Supermans, and it was the coolest he had looked in ages, but people hated it. And I was like, y'all are dorks. This one isn't for me. This fandom isn't for me. Can't get behind it. You make him
any superhero stuff, not for me.
You make him look 0%. Infinitely cooler, and just the fan base is like, oh no, we gotta have him look stupid, like he's wearing underpants all the time. All right.
I mean, you are a wrestling guy.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see.
Are you a Trunks or a Long Boys guy?
I'm a Long Boys guy. I never liked Trunks. Was never big into them. Like when I would wrestle, I would wear either singlet, sometimes MMA shorts if like the gimmick called for it, Vale Tudo shorts, or Long Boys. Never tights. Don't like those. I got tiny legs anyway, but like don't like trunks. I don't understand how anybody can wear trunks and be like, yeah, that's the way. That's the best way. In fact, one UFC fighter ever wore them, and they got banned immediately afterwards.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's just in SRS hates fun.
That's us.
Yeah. I would rather paper cut in between each one of my toes than watch Superman again.
That feels a little much. You could just keep it on in the background to keep not hurting.
But listen, I'm going to watch Airplane tonight.
All right.
If you didn't like Naked Gun, you probably won't like it.
Well, I mean, listen, I didn't like Naked Gun when I was a kid. I haven't watched Naked Gun like since the 90s. So maybe I like Naked Gun. I don't know. I heard great things about the new one. I'm going to watch it
Very
probably when
fun.
it hits streaming. So
But
I was going to go watch it in theaters, but I didn't. I watched 40-Year-Old Virgin in theaters last week. That was a good time.
Yeah. That movie rules.
That was a good one. One of my favorite pieces of lore about that, I watched the Seth Rogen video, and he goes, "You'll notice that Steve Carell never did a movie like that again." he's like, I think you got a taste of that. And he said, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm all right with that.
Well, I can tell as much as Alex wants me to stay, I'm going to go.
We just have 8 songs to sing.
We just have 8 songs to sing, and then I get to go, and I got to get up early tomorrow.
We used to have a mixtape somewhere on Scraps.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to pour through the archives,
oh yeah, let's get it going.
Like do some AI scrubbing and find all of the Alex songs, because I've not sang on the air in quite a while. But Allie, I'm waiting on you, buddy. You're an hour up the road. Come on up. I'm up all night. See you guys later. Gonna go watch Airplane.
Bye.
Oh, Sean. Well, there you go.
Tom the Valley says Alex likes funniest, hates friendship, and Jane Beard asks if SRS hates Leslie Nielsen movies.
He kind of answered that. It doesn't sound like he hates. No. Just was not his thing. But as a kid.
Wait, what did I do? Okay, that's good. Okay. Next up, Rafael Garcia wants Darby to sing Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne, but it's Nick Wayne's mom instead of Stacy's.
That's fair. Do I have a 0 of them? This rules.
You have 0 of them. Yes, you have 0 of them.
Oh, this is my favorite thing. Nobody sent in more. We're way over. Thanks to Sean.
Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. 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 Nick Wayne, can I come home after school? We can hang out around by the pool. Did your mom get back from her business trip? Is she there, or is she trying to give me the slip? I'm not the little boy that I used to be. I'm all grown up now, baby. Can't you see? Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I waited for so long. Nick Wayne, can't you see? You're just not the boy for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Nick Wayne's mom.
That was beautiful.
Okay. The Braun Strowman to sing Single Ladies by Beyonce. All right, here we go. All the single ladies, 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 all the single ladies. Now put your hands up. Up in the club just broke up. I'm doing my own little thing. Decided to dip, but now you want to trip, because now the brother noticed me. I'm up on him, he up on me. Don't pay him any attention. Cry my tears for 3 good years. You can't be mad at me. Because if you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it. Don't be mad once you see that he wanted. If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on. What?
That was beautiful.
These hands in marriage.
All day here for that. Amazing.
Jim Beard wants Alex to sing the 100 Digits of Pi lyrics. The Pi song, 100 Digits of Pi by ASAP Science. Here we go. 3.14159. This is pi, followed up by 2653589. Circumference over diameter 79, then 323. OMG. Can't you see? 8, 4, 6, 2, 6, 4, 3. And now we're on a spree. 36 and 32. Now we're blue. Oh, who knew? 7,950 and then a 2. 88 and 41. So much fun. Now a run. 971 693 99. Then 3751. Halfway done. 058. Now don't be late. 209. Where's the wine? 74. It's on the floor. Then 94459. 230. We gotta go. 78. We can't wait. 1640628. We're almost near the end. Keep going. 6-2, we're getting through. 0899 on time. 8628 There's only a few more. 8-2, then 5-3, 42 11 7 0 and 67. We're done. Was that fun? Learning random digits so that you can brag to your friends. What? Okay. All right. Okay.
You could tell the Ceases are back because we got 4 Ricky Rainbow ones, but Dusty.
T-Electric Mayhem says Dusty thinks Have a Cigar by Pink Floyd. I heard he was passing them out last night. Is it like the movie Junior? Or that one episode of the Cosby Show?
We don't talk about this in front of the paywall. This is
all right. Well, I've been told this is paywalled information.
correct.
So them aggregators who were coming out of the woodwork, they can't. They gotta spend the money to report this. Hold on, though. I'm gonna sing this song by Pink Floyd. Come in here, dear boy. Have a cigar. You're gonna go far. You're going to fly high. You're never going to die. You're going to make it if you try. They're going to love you, if you will. Well, I've always had a deep respect, and I mean that means the most sincerely. The band is just fantastic. That is really what I think. Oh, by the way, which one is Pink? And did we tell you the name of the game, boy? We call it Riding the Gravy Train. That's our time. We just knocked out. We heard about the sellout. You got an album out. You owe it to the people. We're so happy we can hardly count. Everybody else is just green, baby. Have you seen the chart? It's a hell of a start. It could be made into a monster if we all pull together as a team. And then we tell you the name of the game, boy. We call it Riding the Gravy Train. Yeah. Boom, boom,
Quite the karaoke setting.
I'm a big Pink Floyd fan.
Me too.
Love them. All right, well, I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
We'll
see you then.
Hello. Tom LaValle wants Ricky Rainbow to sing Mbop by Ensign.
The Young Bucks theme.
Yeah. Where did it go? I know it. I thought I had Googled it prior. Mbop lyrics.
The Grammy Award winning.
Mm-hmm. Here we are. In honor of the Bucks of Youth. You have so many relationships in this life. Only 1 or 2 will last. You go through all the pain and strife. Then you turn your back and they're gone so fast. Oh, yeah? And they're gone so fast, yeah? Oh, so hold on to the ones who really care. In the end, they'll be the only ones there. When you get old, start losing your hair. Can you tell me who will still care? Can you tell me who will still care? Ooh, yeah. Bop, bop, ba dooby doo, bop, dooby dop, bop, doo, bop, dub dop, da doo. Yeah. Bop, bop, ba dop, doo, bop, dooby dop, doo, bop, bop, da doo. Yeah.
That was beautiful. Do you know those guys?
Oh, Hanson.
Yeah.
Do I know Hanson?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. They seem like good boys.
I think so.
Although now I bet they're like 40.
Probably. Sounds
Okay.
right.
So, no, not this one. We're going to sing this one. I don't know what this one is. As per usual, Jambeard has requested something called Disco Snails by Wolfman. So, I think I'll do that one now. Inside every snail shell is a tiny disco ball. Disco isn't dead. Instead, it turns out that it just got small. They've got the boogie oogie all up in their buggy bodies. These super freaks of nature love to sink out funky hobbies. Disco snails, they're off to San Francisco where the disco's off the rails. They meet and dance to disco in disgusting garbage pails. The after parties in your garden where they'll eat your kale. Dixon. I dance to disco because they're disco snails. Disco what? Disco snails. They're leaving silver trails. Disco where? Current positions, third in mission. Disco how? They're on the roof. They found the groove. Disco why? The simple answer is they're dancers. Thank you.
They were dancers all along.
My last one for me.
Okay.
Ryan Ben says, Ricky Rainbow to sing Let's Get Married by Jagged Edge. See, first of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to be real and see what's on my heart. Let's take this chance and make this love feel relevant. Didn't you know I love you from the start? Yeah. When you think about all the years we put in this relationship, who knew we'd make it this far? Then I think about where I would be if we were just to fall apart, and I can't stand the thought of losing you. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. We ain't getting no younger, girl. Been feeling you all the while, girl, I must confess. Girl, let's get married. I just want to get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, so we might as well do it. Been feeling you all the while, girl, and I must confess. Let's get married. Baby, let's get married. Thank you.
Have you ever proposed to anybody?
It's a kind of a personal question.
Okay, you don't have to answer. You're just usually such an open book.
I'll just say I've never been married.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go think of Love's Lost and cry into me pillow.
I didn't mean to make you. Hi, Dusty.
All right, so the Dusty sings Love Story by Taylor Kelsey Swift. Man, I hope you hyphenate it. That'll be really good for all the album sales. Here we go. We were both young when I first saw you. I closed my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there on a balcony in summer air. See the lights, see the party, the ball gown. See you make your way through the crowd and say hello. Little did I know that you were Romeo. You were throwing pebbles, and my daddy said, "Stay away from Juliet." And I was crying on the staircase, begging you, "Please don't go." And I said, "Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting. All there's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story. Baby, just say yes." So I sneak out to the garden to see you. We keep quiet because we're dead if they knew. So close your eyes, escape this town for a little while. Oh. Because you were Romeo, I was a scarlet letter, and my daddy said, "Stay away from Juliet." But you were try everything to me. I was begging you, "Please don't go." And I said, "Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting. All that's left to do is run, baby. You'll be the prince, and I'll be the princess, daddy. It's a love story, baby, daddy, mama, just say yes." Romeo, save me. They're trying to tell me how to feel. This love is difficult, but it's real. That's hard times. Don't be afraid. We'll make it out of this mess. It's a love story, baby. Just say yeah. Congratulations and mazel tov to Taylor
And Travis.
and Travis. I was going to say Taylor and Taylor, but that is not his name.
No, his name is
Although
Travis Kelce.
he should take her name.
Certainly. Yeah.
He should become Travis Swift.
He should.
Yes,
Tay Trav.
that's right.
That's
Anyway,
easy times, honestly. They seem happy.
That's the easiest of times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess all that's left to say is keep cool, gabagoo.
It's a love story. Us and the SGS.
Yeah.
Yeah.